Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about openings. Present, master shimashou. This is the 5th year of the Presentations Japan Series podcast, and we are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku in Tokyo. And I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. All are available on Amazon. Through this podcast, I want to help you become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentations Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 264, and today we are talking about opening our presentation, part 1. First impressions are now down to 7 seconds or less. Our opening begins from the moment we introduce, even before we get up on stage or move to the center of the stage. We must walk briskly, confidently, and elegantly to our speaking position. I remember seeing US President Biden on television walking very swiftly to convey he was still dynamic despite the years and the grey hair. He was trying to control a narrative about his suitability to be the US president. He understood the power of first impression. As speakers, we must understand the speech starts well before the speech. When we write for the event information and what we hand over to the MC to read about us on stage are all setting up a first impression. The conversations we have with the attendees before we speak are all building a first impression. What we do on stage is important. If there is a logistical changeover of laptops or files, try to get somebody else to do that so that you can get straight into your opening. We are wasting valuable first impression seconds with our head down looking at the laptop screen rather than looking at the audience. We need to be able to move straight to the center of the stage and get going with our well-designed opening. We have to be able to stay the hands of the restless in the audience to not go for their smartphones and disappear into the world of the internet. The first words out of our mouth have to grab the attention of the audience. So we must raise the vocal strength of our opening to break through the mental distraction of our audience members. We should walk to center stage and then purposely pause slightly before we begin. This raises the anticipation level of the audience and quietens any chatting that may be going on in the background. How can we start? What should we say? How do we do it? Let's explore some techniques. The captivating statement technique uses 3 methods to get the audience engaged. 1. Analogy. This is where we are trying to make complex subjects more easily understood by comparing two things which have no natural connection with each other. For example, launching a strategic initiative is like driving a car. Learning to drive a car looks easy, but in fact is quite complicated. Launching the new strategic initiative looks easy on paper, but we need to expect or require a lot of good preparation in order for it to be successful. We open with the analogy statement and then explain the analogy to make the point clear for the audience. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is being sponsored by, on the 25th of November, in our professional leadership series, we'll be doing vision, mission and values. On the 2nd of December, in our professional leadership series, we're doing the innovation process. On the 7th and 8th of December, we're doing high impact presentations in Japanese. On the 9th, we're doing professional leadership, solving problems and making decisions. On the 14th of December, we are doing the course preview. And on the 16th, we, again in our professional leadership series, are doing the planning process. Check out our website at www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value for you there. Now, to do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, there are over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which is the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Number 2, startle. We use this to grab attention by introducing a pattern interrupt with our audience. We provide some information which is not only new but potentially shocking. For example, the latest statistics are clear. We are running out of young people in Japan. If we don't get busy planning to win the war for talent, we will go out of business. This will get everyone's attention. People are vaguely aware that we are seeing a decline in the population in Japan, but here we are connecting it to the very survival of the organization. Number 3, good news. This relaying of some good news will lift the positive feelings of the audience for the talk to come. We mention some industry statistics or consumer trends or R&D breakthrough news. There is always a lot of doom and gloom in business, so going the other direction is also a great way to grab attention. They are now anticipating this will be a valuable talk. Number 4, the question technique has 3 aspects. Gain information. We can ask a real question, which requires an answer, by having the audience raise their hands. This gets audience involvement, which is good, but we shouldn't overdo it. get participation. Raising hands, calling out answers, getting people to stand are all good physical actions to have the audience feel part of the talk. Again, don't overdo it. Create agreement on a need or interest. We could also ask a rhetorical question, which doesn't require an answer from the audience because we are going to supply the answer. This allows us to get everyone engaged with their thoughts on the topic. We ask it in such a way that it is easy for the audience to agree with. The opening has to be planned carefully. We've only one shot to make a good first impression, and this is where we do that. We will continue in the next episode with other techniques we can use to open up our talk. Thank you for joining the Presentations Japan series. If you got value from today's show, spread the love around and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you have learned today, use it, and go out there and become a presentations legend. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.